Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you are new. Today we're in the 358 Modifieds here at Volusia. We were third fastest in practice. A lot of guys here. It's 14 card field. Should be a pretty good race. Lap traffic might actually come into play at this track, kind of a smaller-ish track. Track came in super clean, like 100% clean, which I was kind of disappointed about. I was hoping this track would have like some lines through the middle at least, but just going to be a bottom fest till it gets any sort of slicked up. I'm not sure how much we will slick up in these cars here. Wanted to try to run as close to the wall as possible. Get off the gas a little just to try to keep the car straight. Not going to full throttle in around here. You hit the wall with your front left, that could be really bad because it can quickly turn you around. Did that a couple times in practice. Oh, we ran an 8. Okay. As fast as I've ran so far. The practice I ran in 9:18, that was the fastest I've been so far until that lap. I will take it. But if you full throttle it, you'll be too sideways in the corners and it's just a lot slower. 981 on the second lap, not too mad about that. First place ran a 7, he's really fast. I'm happy to get into the 8s though. I thought I was going to be in the 9s for sure. And that would have dropped us a lot. So happy we had a good qualifying lap. Fell down the third so far. Got a couple guys left to qualify, so I'll pick it up and get ready to go green. Alright, well we stayed in third. Not too bad. The last two guys didn't qualify. The 7 car left, so just sitting there the whole time. A lot of really fast people here though. Really a lot of fast people. Should be a good race. No cautions. 30 laps. Hopefully we don't end up in a wreck. You gotta be right along that inside wall. If somebody gets to your inside, it's gonna be the way to pass right now. Till it slicks out, if it does at all. I don't know if it will. Be interesting to see if it does in this race. Because it came as a completely fresh track. If it does slick off a little bit, moving up will help. But it probably won't get too high on this track. Volusia's a lot of fun to me because I like the way the racing goes. If it comes off a little slicked already on races we don't have heats or anything else on to do anything else to it, it usually puts out some good racing. But when it's a completely fresh track and there's no cautions here either, so just gonna be riding the bottom, pretty much single file. Gonna be pretty close to people, I'm assuming, because it's gonna be hard to get away from everybody else unless you really run it better than them. Like, these first two guys were, what were they, half a tenth faster than me? Yeah, so they might pull away. The guy that's in fourth, he ran like an 850 something, 860 something in practice, so he's been consistent. So he's gonna be fast. Everybody else ran like the low 9s or 8s. They were like me in practice. They were a little slower, got quicker in qualifying. So I'll take that though. I'm happy with getting a little faster in qualifying, get a better starting spot. Because really, we would have been starting probably like mid-pack, probably like 8th. 7th, something like that. Because on a little bit slicked off of a track in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It was slicked off in the middle on the last practice I was in. And still running the bottom was the fastest because there was enough room to get your car down there. But the track wasn't as fast, so you really had to slow the car down, keep it straight along the bottom. It made it a lot more fun. I was hoping this is what this race is going to be like. Because that would have been a lot of fun. Because it was very tough to stay out of that slick and not hit that inside wall. There was like a fine line between that. So I was hoping the race would be like that and it'd be interesting to see what happened, because someone catches the wall with their front left, a lot of people are going to wreck into them. Because two things happen if you catch the wall with your front left. You're either going to bounce and go up the track, or it's going to hook you and you're just going to do like a 90-degree spin and then it'll go into a 180 because you're going to get hit. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. 2 laps here under caution before the initial start. Wish there was only 1. These laps are so slow. That's why I'm happy there's no cautions in these things. The caution laps are so slow. They're very boring. And I hate driving these at slow speed. These in the late models, they are really twitchy to me. Like, they just hook one way if they're not going completely straight. But hopefully get a good start being behind the leader. Being on the inside is helpful because the bottom's faster. It'll be interesting to see if the guys up top pinch you down enough. It's going to be hard to get a good enough run off. They might be able to stay on the outside of you a little. I just think the bottom's going to be the way to go. Probably going to go real early. Not super early, but as soon as the pace truck got to pit lane. I expect him to go a little earlier. Don't got anyone to our outside at the moment, so that's helpful. Trying to get as low as possible. That guy on the outside that started 4th, he stayed in 4th. He got that outside to work for him enough. But there's grip everywhere right now, so really it's just the amount of throttle you put in and how straight you can keep your car. If you can keep your car straight, full throttle it. But that's super hard to do. I ran a 7 there? Holy shit. I guess I'm just like following these guys and I ran a 7. If I could have done that in qualifying, that would have been great. I don't think the draft has anything to do with it because you're going 80 to 100 at this track, basically. So, don't think the draft has anything to do with that, but that's really interesting. We're 749, holy crap.
Brad, I can only check up so many times, bro.
8 car's right on the 2. He had like a dip down there at the end of the exit there. See if he can get a run, I guess. Kind of worked for him in a way. He's getting to the inside of the 2. I think it's going to be tough to pass, though. I'm kind of running the same line as the leader. The guy behind me is running the same line as 2nd. I think it's going to be hard to keep it down and get by somebody because you're going to be a little more sideways trying to stay off the guy above you. Just kind of following the grip around the track at the moment. But sooner or later, it's going to get too high to where you want to drop back down some. Kind of ran in between it there. Seemed to work. I had like kind of a high entry and ducked down mid-corner. But we're keeping up with these guys. Still running 8s. Holy crap, we were flying. Still 7 in that lap. Like when I was running practice before this with the slicked off track, I got to a 16.988 and I thought that was flying. I didn't know how much quicker you could really get, and then you can get down to the 7s, potentially the 6s if you run it perfectly. But I think like the lower 7s is about the limit. I ran a mid-7. They're in that 749 like lap 4 or something. Don't get caught up in the wall. Maybe that lap was like about 5, I don't know. But we were freaking flying. They're starting to pull away a little bit, seems to see. Caught the 8 a little bit there going in, coming off that corner. Trying to keep my right. Where did everybody else behind me go? Holy crap. 4th place is freaking 3 seconds back. What happened behind me? I'm surprised I didn't hear anything over the radio, like somebody blaming somebody else or apologizing. Because we got some room to experiment now, which is very interesting. And the 8 car is right on the 2. Maybe this will be another situation where 1st and 2nd battle each other all race and I steal the win at the end. He might throw a slider here. He is. 2 car goes back low on him. It's going to give me time to catch up some. I think the better line is like mid to low 1 and 2 and then higher in 3 and 4 to get that grip. Because 1 and 2, there's so much grip. I'm just like sliding up off the corner though. It's not the way you want to do that. They're just throwing sliders on each other left and right now. Ooh, 2 car wasn't able to throw it there. 8 car stayed to his outside. Probably going to throw a slider here in 1. Not really, actually. He kind of just ran the middle and slowly came up. 8 cars like actually throwing sliders. They're going to hit each other sooner or later doing this, and I'm going to benefit from it. Or I might run into them. So let's not do the 3rd option. Or the 2nd option, I should say. I don't think that was the 3rd option. I think there was only 2 options. Either I benefit or I hit them. 8 car, not going to have enough to throw it there. I think the place to throw it is in 1 and 2 for sure. Because you can get lower. Ooh, that made tight. They're just going back and forth each other. I'm just sitting here watching it all. I just hope this pays out for me. Oh god, right car in the front stretch. Going into 1, he's rolling. That might throw a loop into this whole race. I kind of forgot to use any throttle control.
I'll be down low in turn 3 and 4. Down low in turn 3 and 4.
Went to the pits, good. Love that. I kind of forgot all about just throttle control. I was just like hammering it through these corners, watching these guys, trying to keep up. These guys are so quick and they're just throwing sliders. Two-car wasn't able to do anything back to the 8 there. 8-car's fast. 8-car's very fast. Oh, he got that outside really well there. He's gonna probably end up winning this thing if he doesn't smack that wall. He almost did. That wall going into 3 would kill your day. Man, he's got the lead now, though. He's not looking back. 2-car had a good run there, right on his bumper. They're just pulling away from me when they're single file. 2-car, maybe gonna try to throw a slider? Not quite. 8-car's just keeping this car so straight. He's keeping it so straight up there. Great racing, for sure. About 22-30. It's gonna be an interesting race here at the end between them two. I'm just here watching it. Basically, if anything happens, I'm here. Don't forget about me, guys. We're 5 seconds ahead of the guy behind us, which is awesome. I need to see what the hell happened behind me. I'm just losing them now. I'm just completely ignoring throttle control at that point. I need to not do that. I'm gonna go low here. As long as I don't hit the wall, I'll be fine. See if I can get anything on them running the low side. I might get them going into the corner, and then coming off, they're going to have so much momentum. I don't think it's going to matter. If I was running like 1s to 2s, that was still a 1 there. That was a low 1. But how consistent can you be doing this is the main thing. Because the line's getting real high in these corners that I really don't want to go up for. And I feel like it might be a little quicker on the bottom. Lap cars in the way might throw a wrench in the whole game. I'm running like right in the groove up there for the leader. I got 2 sideways there. I thought I was gonna hit the wall. As long as I don't hit the inside wall, I'll be fine. Labber is in the way of the 8. 8-car's gonna have to go low or something on him. Ran like the middle line basically, trying to get by him. I think the bottom of 1 and 2 is definitely quick. It's a little bit more slicked off, I feel like, in the middle of the corner than 3 and 4 is, but the higher side in 3 and 4 is better. It just has so much momentum. It's a good race by them too, though. The 8-car is super fast to get up and around the 2. They were throwing sliders on each other for a good 7 laps or so. I was like right on that wall there. That was close. 12 cars all over the 2. You're a lap down, dude. You do not need to be pushing that hard and hitting 2nd place. I don't know what he just said. He yelled something. His mic is really far away from him. But I don't want any part of this. I don't want to be any part of these lap cars. The 11 goes low, 8 goes low. Good win by the 8 though. He was super fast, and to get by the 2 there and run away from him a little bit, good race. I'm happy with finishing 3rd. These guys were super fast. Definitely learned a little bit off of them in the beginning. Ran a great few laps there. And they started pulling away from me. They were just more consistent with the higher the track got. I wasn't able to keep up with them.
Sorry about slowing you down there, 6. I punched the inside wall.
Yeah, the inside wall will kill you. Let's go see what happened to the guys behind me. Because I just look up and
check up some mud.
What the fuck? Calm the hell down, kid. I was so confused. The 4-car was behind me. What the hell happened to you, my dude? Oh, there's a slow lap all of a sudden. Because they were behind me. What happened? I think it'll be the next lap coming up. What happens between these guys? The 3 and the 4. 4-car just running that outside, trying to make it work where the grip is. 3-car is trying to stick the inside. 3-car goes low, tries to throw a slider, doesn't, and then they wrecks them both. Because the 3-car did not go throw a slider at all, really. He just went in. If you're going to throw a slider, go lower. Like, go all the way down here. And you could have made that work, and you guys wouldn't have hit. That's what screwed both of them altogether. Nearly comes down to the 5 there. He's at 10 after that. The 11's all the way up here. What happened? He ended up in a wreck, though. Did the 4-car get into him after that? because I know the 4 car is fast. 4 car is definitely quick. Side by side. 3 car. Okay. 3 car ended up in another wreck. What happened with you, my dude? Same damn thing. You have a run down the front stretch. You go in low. Oh, he actually stuck his lane for the most part. They're just sliding up off the corner. That's just racing here. You have to know where the other guy's gonna be. The 5 car is a little bit more sideways than he should have been. 3 car is probably anticipating the coming out of the corner, like going to the wall basically. So that happened with them. They had a bad race. The 3 car definitely had a bad race. 5 car still finished. Oh no, 4 car ended up back and forth. Interesting. What happened to the 11 though here? Is he ended up in a wreck? I know that. You're all the way up in 6th. What happened with you? Had a good run on the 4. Looked like you got pinched into the wall the lap before. But what happened? Somebody catch you? Oh, you just wrecked yourself. Yep, this is why you don't want to hit the wall. 3 and 4 just keeps on sliding. He's trying to keep his car straight in the momentum. Back end hits it, front end comes around, he goes for a ride. Rip. That was unfortunate. I don't know what happened with the 12 or what he was saying, somebody checking up. I think he was talking about the 2 maybe, but you don't gotta be full throttle. He's just letting off the gas a little, and the 2 is full throttle going into these corners, and that's why he's a lap down. At that point, like all of us up here, we're not running completely full throttle most of the time. Like going into the corners, you let off a little bit, stable the car out, and then you can get on the gas once the car is straight. 12 car is just sending it in, thinking that's the fastest way, but that's why he ended up a lap down probably, because it didn't look like he was in any sort of wreck unless it was like right in the beginning. He had a 22nd first lap. What happened? Oh, you just completely nailed the 6 into the wall. What the hell were you doing? He just came up and just hit the 6 into the wall. He probably got wrecked for that, or ran into the 5. Oh, almost. 5 car had a handful there in the first corner. What the hell happened to you? Why did you end up so far back from everybody? That's all I want to know. Oh, he had a really bad lap here. Okay. Oh, you just lost it. It looks like he had a run on the 10. He's running well, and it looks like he just jammed the brakes. Oh no, he caught the wall. See? That's what I was saying. You catch the wall, and it turns you 90 degrees sideways. If your front end just barely clips it, it would start bringing you around. 6 car ended up in it again. Jesus, the 12 was the 6's arch nemesis, it seemed like, this race, because the 6 just didn't have anywhere to go, and he couldn't do anything on the restart. He just got pummeled into, so that's unfortunate. But hey, we finished 3rd. I'm happy about that. Being car number 1, probably gained the slightest bit of iRacing, still being 3rd out of 14. A lot of people here, only really 12 raced for the most part, and then 11 for the last half of the race. The 30 just left, I guess. So let's go see what we end up getting out of this. But great race between the top 2, great win for the 8. Alright, results are in. Strength of field 1950, not great, but not awful. The 8 car is a D license, interesting. He raced real clean too, throwing those sliders back and forth with the 2. 2 car, D2, he was very fast. He had 3,800 iRating basically. I gained 10, I'm happy about that. The 8 car gained 109 though. That's an amazing gain on his part, because it's hard to get iRating. It's so easy to lose that amount of iRating. Like the 3 car lost 90 in this race for being in those couple of wrecks, and then he just left. But up front was real clean. I wasn't really a factor in that. I had the fastest lap of the race. No shit. Holy crap. I was interested in their fast times. 8 car, I was right with him. Probably the same lap. Oh, it was the lap after me. So that's when they started pulling away. But I can't believe I had the fastest lap. That's crazy. I did not think I was going to have that. I thought they were going to have like a low to like a 725-ish. I thought that's what they would be around. But I had the fastest lap. I will take that. That gives me something to keep my head up about in this race. I ran quick, gained 10 iRating at least, didn't lose any. Finished where we started, didn't really have anywhere to go because I didn't catch them. They were just too fast. So need to get a little bit better, but I definitely learned a good bit off of them. And the 8 car just made it work after he got into the lead. And they were single filed, he was just gone. He just pulled away from the 2. It was only half a second lead, but it's so hard to pass in these cars. That's a pretty big lead in these when you're pretty much full throttle, but not completely. So it's interesting how it races here at Volusia, because you're not full throttle, but even though it feels like you can, but just because you can doesn't mean you should, because that will make you a little slower. But 4-car ended up bouncing back, getting back into 4th. Good for him, because I thought he was done for when I saw that there was nobody behind me. That was just crazy. I just looked up and they were gone. I honestly didn't even see him wreck or anything, because I was too focused on the guys in front of me. So very happy with how that went. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race. Great racing up front by the two again. I keep saying that, but it was a good race up front. It was fun to watch, and I definitely learned a good bit at this track from them. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the race once again. I appreciate you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see some more racing. I'll catch you guys in the next one.